Hello, DigiDustin, and welcome to the King's Court. Okay, really quick, if this is your first time here on the channel, thank you so much for stopping by. And if you're a returning viewer, hi, how you doing? This is actually going to be my updated BlackWarGreymon deck. This is the same build that I used on our most recent recorded TCG gameplay that I uploaded a couple of days ago. So if you haven't seen that, I'll leave a link to it in the description. This is the build I've been messing with for a couple of weeks now. Really quick, if you're subscribed to us for Digimon content specifically, or you like to watch our Digimon content as well as our other stuff, sorry for the lack of Digimon videos lately. It's just that we haven't really been able to go to our locals lately for a couple of, for like a month, maybe almost two, I think. So we haven't really been playing a lot lately, but our schedules are finally clearing up, so we should be able to start to go in more. So get ready for some more Digimon content in general. Not just TCG, but I'm even thinking like some other kind of videos we could do. Like I would really, I know the Vita bracelets, I think they're the ones that are dead. Even though I think they are, I'd love to get one of the BlackWarGreymon ones, maybe do like an unboxing here in the channel. If you want to see some stuff like that, let us know. And that's pretty much everything. So, like I said, this is the build I'm using currently. I always update it and keep messing with it because there's always different ratios that change up, like based on the current format. Right now, we're in the 2.0 format, I think I keep hearing everyone call it. So basically, though, I'm going to be changing it as I go. It will definitely, though, get an update next month because we're finally going to be getting Agumon Bond of Bravery Ace and the Red Scramble cards. I'm so looking forward to that. And that's all pretty much for the intro. All right, so let's get to the deck right now. Also, just like every other deck profile I do, at the end of this, I'll go over some cards you can play in Substitute that also will go very well in this deck. So, first thing I'm going to do, I started changing up my Digitamers. I'm still playing this Koromon because, here's the thing, the reason I play this one over others is due to the fact that there are times I want to swing and get a draw now, because sometimes you could draw the card you need, like if you have the X-Antibody, you can Digivolve. That's why I prefer playing this Koromon, because it lets you draw as you're attacking rather than waiting for a security to be removed. Plus, thanks to Metal Greymon BT8, there isn't always a ton, you're not always going to be attacking your opponent's security. Sometimes you're going to have your really big ones, like Guilemon specifically, swing over your opponent's unsuspended Digimon, so you won't be able to get that draw you need. So that's why I prefer playing this still. But I did decide to start putting in a fifth Koromon due to the fact that it seems like right now a lot of more decks are a lot of Digimon archetypes are more, how can I put this, tanky, I guess you could say. They're more protect the castle, I guess you could say. A lot of them have protection now. A lot of them have evasion. So lately I've noticed that a lot of my games kind of get dragged out more, and there have been times I completely either almost or fully ran out of Digimon eggs. So that's why I started playing the fifth one. Like I said, though, at the end of this, I'll go over some other ones you could play, because you could play the 1,000+ Koromon as well if you want instead. So, let's see. Let's go with the rookies. Let's see. The rookies kind of changed a bit. Now, in our previous videos, I would always run the older Agumon, and I decided to try without that this time. I decided to full investment in the BT12. No, wait. BT. Oh, man, I'm starting to forget the set names. Double check. BT14. Man. Oh, boy. So, yeah, I decided to fully max this card out because with the advent of the new white Greymon, there are times I really want to get that huge power boost in order to delete medium-sized Digimon in my opponent's field. That actually happened a lot over in our last tournament we played in. For the record, if you saw the video already, I also played against. I lost against Blue Flare because I braked so hard I couldn't see a Greymon, and I beat hybrids. Although playing BlackWarGreymon and beating hybrids is kind of expected. It's like a rock, paper, scissors thing. So, in case anyone else is curious, I also am always running 4 BT12 Agumon. Always got to play 4 of this. The best Agumon in the deck. I need more of this artwork. I love it so much. I only have one. because everyone I know who bought boxes of BT17 only pulled Vmon. I got lucky with that one. And of course, the 4 Agu-X. These are pretty much your standard best rookie lineup. Although, like I said, you could cut 2 of these to play the other older Agumon that lets you search. Because sometimes, man, even if it's not BlackWarGreymon specifically, any Greymon tribal deck player can tell you there are times you open up one of these, you don't see this, so you digivolve your Digitama into one of these, then you draw into this. It is so annoying. Or you open up multiple copies and no searcher. I hate that. I hate it when that happens. Although, hey, that's the price we pay, right? Alright, next for the Greymons. As always, you gotta have 3 Greymon X. Like a lot of people, I do wish we'd be able to max out on the Virus Greymon X, but unfortunately, Bandai doesn't want to let him go yet. Hopefully, eventually. I'm still playing 3 BT5 Greymon because that extra power boost, plus the gaining back of memory is super valuable. I was considering almost bumping this up, but 2 I think is the best number for the BT17 Greymon. This card is so versatile, by the way. Love it. It's perfect at 2. And like I said, unfortunately, we can only have 1. What can you do, right? It is what it is. Hopefully we like I said, eventually they'll let him go. That would also really strengthen the black base for this deck. Because the black base really needs that one a lot more than the red-black base. Alright, let's go with the Metal Greymon X's now. I was, for a long time, running only 2, but because there's really big Digimon these days, I decided to start going back to 2 BT8 Metal Greymon. And it's actually working out fine. Not only for the de-digivolving, but I swear, so many people... I've had, really quickly, once, when I wasn't playing at my locals, I was playing at a different one I went to. The person I was playing against, they were playing like Mother D Reaper. They had no idea how this card worked. I kept telling them this isn't affecting your Digimon. It's just letting my Digimon attack your unsuspended Mother D Reaper. So that was annoying to deal with. But yeah, there's a lot of people who don't know how this card works. This card's still good, but I don't go into it as much as I used to. And I'm never going to cut Alterius. The last time I tried playing with Alterius, it did not work well. And, of course, MVP against yellow decks, Metal Greymon X. Would not change this card. I was almost tempted to play the red one for a little extra power, but that power only really lasts to 1 turn. And with this build, you're like in between defensive and offensive. So I prefer this. Plus, again, a lot more decks these days de-digivolve or lower DP. And this is one of the few decks that can prevent DP, no DP reduction. The only other one I can think of off the top of my head is like this, like a Blackfish Digimon. I'm bad with names. So that's it for the Metal Greymons. Time for the big guys. I decided to bump up Black War back to 2. Now, this is because there are, like I've said many times, BlackWarGreymon will always have a place somewhere, because the more this game keeps going, the more Tamer, decks are becoming Tamer reliant. We got, right now, Hybrids is the best example. You got Blue Flare and Crossheart getting new support soon. So there are a lot of decks that are very, very Tamer reliant. So BlackWarGreymon up to 2, I think, is more necessary to get rid of those problematic Tamers. Still running 2 BlackWarGreyX. And I decided to actually go back to 2 Guilemon, because there are times I need some more offense. And actually, I prefer this a lot more anyways. Again, I've always preferred BlackWarGreymon the most. That's just me. So I love being able to play like a 2-2-2 lineup of each one. And I'm still running the Omnimon package for now. 1 Blitz, 1 X. I'm probably, though, going to be switching this one out eventually, because we're going to be getting Agumon Bond of Bravery Ace soon. So I'm going to have to start changing up the ratios for these. And that's it for them. All right, time for the Tamers. 2 of the structure deck Taikamiya, 2 of the BT12 tie. I cannot wait for that new alternate art. I'll share a picture of it here. I'm really looking forward to that. Really, like I said, I'll go. I'll mention this at the end. I'll talk about it at the end. That's actually it for Tamers. Although I'm really tempted to put Cool Boy in. Let's see. Okay. Now, because this is the first time I've been able to actually play at my locals in a while, I decided to, test something out. I decided to cut out offense training this time to max out and test 4 red memory boost. And it's okay. I mean, the reason my thought process was there are times I'm not trying to digivolve. There are times I just want a little more memory to play the hard play, like the 4-drop tie or even the 3-drop sometimes. So basically, that was my thought process. Since the offense training only reduces Digimon costs, like when you digivolve, this will give you back memory. So I was basically thinking that. Although maybe a ratio of it is probably still the best way to go. Although more play testing is necessary. 2 Hades Force, hybrid player's favorite card. And I decided to also start playing in 2 Crimson Blaze due to the fact that, like I said, hybrid is everywhere right now, and they take in the Crimson, not the Crimson, what's I heard people call it the Galaxy Engine. This is where they play like the I suck with names. Novamont, the smaller ones that are played in that one Jogris deck. I'm really bad with names. I'm so sorry if you like that deck. But they've been playing that in hybrids, and so I've been using this just to, not just basically to really, really prevent that. Plus, we haven't seen Numamon in the meta in a while, but a lot of people are still playing Ugomon. So basically, it's also just to avoid that sort of thing. And 2 X-Antibody. Okay, so this is the entire deck, but really quick, some cards you could play. You could play Protoform. Now, I actually would be playing Protoform in my spare time. I actually have been playing on the simulator a little bit, and I have been using Protoform there, and it works really well. But that card's like $50, I think. I think even the regular artwork has gone up to like almost 60, I think, last time I checked. So that card and also we're not getting a reprint. Thanks, Bandai. In that new set we're going to be getting in December. So there goes that dream, right? Well, not December, but I forgot when. I'll look up where it was that I read about that, but it's the one where they're going to be reprinting like a bunch of alternate arts to a lot of cards, and like I think that's also where the new reprint for Death Xmon comes out, and with the new artwork, which I think looks pretty cool. So, but they already confirmed they're not going to be reprinting that card. So, jeez, great. Guess I'll have to get lucky pulling packs or something, right? So, you could play Protoform. A few other cards you could play now. Like I said, I'm really tempted to switch out the 4-drop tie to play Cool Boy. One thing you could also do is switch out one of them at least and go back to playing Yuya. Because if you could set up BlackWarGreymon with like Metal Greymon X's non-de-digivolving or DP reduction effect and set this up as well, they pretty much almost can't even touch your Digimon. So I'm really tempted to start playing this card again. Another thing you could do for when it comes to your red memories, if you don't like them, like I said, a mix of the two could work. Or hell, I've even tried maxing out on offense training before. You could do that as well. What else? I wanted to go over. Oh, if you don't like the Koromons, like I said, you could easily display the 1000+ Koromon, which is a good option as well. Let's see. And also, if you don't like multiple Gaiomons in those, you could go to teching in one regular raid WarGreymon. It actually isn't a bad card. In my older deck profiles, I was teching it in, but these days I'm trying to go for like a little more. I guess you could say when I go into Gaiomon, or I try to go for like a little more aggro. Since Gaiomon can also de-digivolve, and since I'm playing Metal Greymon for BT8, I want to be able to do the whole de-digivolve with Metal Greymon, go into Gaiomon, de-digivolve again, and basically just get rid of their Digimon right there. So that's basically what my thought process was. But you still could play this one if you want. It's still a pretty good card. And earlier when I was talking about the rookies, I was mentioning if you could, and I might even do this because I'm still playing the Omnimon engine right now, you could cut two of these if you really hate opening up like I do when you already got one, or if you got one of your other rookies. You could, like I said, go back to playing the BT5 Agumon and do like a split two of each. So that's an option right there. Oh, and some other really good cards that I have tested in the build, which do really well, which I think I might even try out again, is Gravity Crush, because late, like mid game, when you start already like in your raising area where your Digimon is already pretty much ready to start doing damage, you could use this to get that extra one or two memory you need, like for your like you could go into BlackWarGreymon, play this, and then Digivolve into Guilemon or BlackWarGreyX. It's even better if you have Cool Boy out too. So it's like a quick thing you could use. And I've even tried messing around with these two cards, Air of Dragons and Fireball, and actually they did pretty well because like early game, what I like to do is set up, play either memory or offense training, and I'm like left with like one memory left or something. So I just play just get those extra draws. Especially if I'm going second and my opponent playing a big card, I could easily just take advantage of that and try to gain as like basically dig for the deck as much as possible. So these two do come up, especially Air of Dragons and Security, because if you use this, you'll have your Hades Force, Crimson Blaze, and Air of Dragons. So you got a lot of bombs in your security. So, like I said, food for thought. And that's the entire deck. I'm really enjoying this build, but like I said, more playtesting is necessary. So when I update the deck again, I'll definitely be coming back. And if you want to see any more gameplay, and if you want to see any deck profiles on Skull Knightmon, what else is he playing right now? An updated Tyrant Kabuterimon from channel member Michael. Let us like the video so I know there's interest, and I'll have him put up a new deck soon. So that's pretty much everything. Have a good week. Take care. Bye.